Hi guys, Dr. Davis here, and today we are going to be discussing your group project. So at this point, you should have already began to form your groups and hopefully have already sent me the information for the groups that you've joined. It's very important that you understand that you cannot work alone on this project without my approval, and I can tell you guys that honestly, I only approve individual assignments on the group project on a very emergency basis. For instance, sometimes I've had to, in terms of some of my soldiers and special circumstances that they have, but for the most part, guys, even most of my military members, in fact, all of my military members in the past several classes have been able to complete the group media project. And of course, that also doesn't just include soldiers, but working professionals, people like that. So for the most part, everybody in this class is going to need to be working in a group. So if you haven't found a group yet, reach out to me and let me know, and I will see if I can find a group for you. So why do we do the group media project? And first off, why is it important that you don't work individually? Well, because this course focuses on interpersonal communication. And it also has an underlying component in that we'd like you to learn how to work in a virtual environment with other group members, because that is a huge part of today's modern world, and especially in today's workforce. So everybody is always going to have a very demanding lifestyle and things that are going on and things that can really hinder them in terms of working with others, but it's our responsibility in the course to make sure that you are finding ways to overcome those barriers. And in that means that you can communicate via email with your group members. Just make sure that you're checking in with them pretty regularly, because you don't want to just drop off the radar with them, and make sure that you're just really working to meet the needs of the group. Now, the great part of that is you don't have to meet in person. You don't have to meet in real time. So you don't necessarily have to have live meetings with each other. Of course, if you want to, that's fine. But if you just want to talk through email and discuss how you're going to complete the assignments that way, that's perfectly fine. So just some things to keep in mind. So why do we do the group media project other than learning how to work together in a group? Well, it's always easier to analyze someone else's relationship and use the theories and concepts that we're looking at so far in the course to analyze someone else's relationship rather than our own. Because as you know, sometimes it's a really harsh look at ourselves if we were to apply some of the theories and concepts that we've learned to our own lives. So when we are able to analyze an outside relationship, it kind of depersonalizes it some for us, but it allows us to see how that theory or concept is at play in a real world, or I guess in this, a film or television setting. So it kind of just helps you to better understand the theories and concepts as a whole if you're able to actually apply them. So this assignment asks of you to determine a relationship, and it says that you found in the media, but it's going to be a relationship from a television show or a film. So that's what we want to look at here, a relationship for a television show or a film. Sometimes people come up with these ideas and they want to focus on two celebrities and analyze their relationship. Let's just say Beyonce and Jay-Z. Well, we want you to actually instead analyze two characters' relationships in a film or television show. So don't use just celebrities. I did kind of tell some students a while back, it's not that you can't use married celebrities, it's just they have to be together in a film or a television show. For instance, Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt acted together in Mr. and Mrs. Smith, so you could use Mr. and Mrs. Smith, their characters there, and analyze that relationship. So just kind of keep that in mind. It needs to be a relationship between two characters in a film or a television show, because that helps us with the other portions of the project that I'll discuss in just a moment. So we're going to use this experience to ultimately analyze our own relationships. So what do I mean by that? Well, when we're able to apply the theories and concepts that we're learning in the course to some fictitious relationship on a television series or in a film, now we're more equipped to look at the theories in our own lives as well. So it just kind of helps us to create that bridge in understanding how these theories and concepts work in a more real setting. So, all right, so step one of the project. As a group, the first thing you're going to do, first off, the paper you're going to submit to me, once the the project is complete is going to need to be in APA format. Okay, so the only thing about APA format that is not going to be done in this paper is you're going to single space your content and not double space your content. So that's the only difference. So you need a title page and you need a reference page, but you're going to single space your content. Okay, just like our journal entries, it's going to be the only thing that's different from a normal APA paper in that you're going to single space the content instead of double space. So when I start talking in terms of the lengths of some of these sections, how long they should be, it is single spaced, not double spaced. All right, so now that we have an understanding, it will be an APA format, but single spaced and not double spaced on the content. Step one. So as a group, you're going to develop the first half page of this paper after your title page. And what you're going to do on that first half page is you're going to, of course, select the one relationship from the television series or the film that you'd like to analyze. And you're going to do that together as a group. So make sure that you're working together as a group to determine what two characters from a film or a television series you'd like to look at. And it needs to be a romantic relationship, guys. So I'm not sure if I mentioned that or not. So it needs to be a romantic relationship. So it could be, for instance, Amy and Sheldon off Big Bang Theory. It could be trying to think of some other characters here, but all that's coming is Big Bang Theory in my head for some reason. So it could be Mr. and Mrs. Smith off the film Mr. and Mrs. Smith. So something along those lines. So we see these relationships all around us in our daily lives, and I want you to just be more aware of what's going on in that relationship from a theoretical point of view, and that's why we're doing this. So if you don't have access to the television series or the film, generally in our world you can find it somewhere online and kind of review it again just so it's fresh in your mind. And I usually don't have a problem with students doing that, so usually they're able to locate it, whatever it is that they've chosen, rewatch it, and work from there. So you're going to select one. So after you've determined the relationship you're going to use as a group, you're going to select one scene or one relationship interaction and describe it carefully. So that's going to be the first half page of your paper after the title page. You're going to select one scene or relationship interaction in that television series or that film, and you're going to describe it carefully for me. So you're going to talk in terms of who the characters are, a brief history of their relationship, and anything else that I need to know about these two characters so I understand the issues that are going on in this interaction. I want no more and no less than one half page for this section. So this should be one half page exactly. And we just determined that a half page is exactly the amount that we need for you to do this first step. So that's why it's exactly precise half page. All right, so after that, or in this first half page, you're going to, like I said, you're going to tell me who the people are or who the characters are, a brief history of their relationship, and anything else I need to know about the characters. After that, you're going to type out one full page. And this next full page is going to be dedicated to telling me about the interaction that you have selected to analyze in this project. You're going to talk about who said what, how they said it, and so on. You're going to do this just like if you're telling me about how you watched Big Bang Theory last night and you watched Amy and Sheldon get in this argument or whatever was going on, and tell me what they said, how they said it, and so forth. So don't leave anything out that would cause me to not understand the interaction fully. So that's going to be one page. So as you can see, we're already up to 1.5 pages. We have the first half page is dedicated to giving, telling about the characters, giving a brief history of their relationship, anything else I need to know about these characters. The next full page is going to be dedicated to telling me about what specific interaction from this television series or this film that you're analyzing in this paper, and you're going to tell me in terms of who said what, how they said it, and so forth. So don't leave anything out that would cause me to misunderstand. So right now we're up to 1.5 pages, not including your title page and reference pages, of course. And don't forget, this content should be single spaced and not double spaced. If you double space it, that means, and you only give me the ultimately it's going to be a 2.5 page paper. If you double space it, that means if I were to correct your spacing, your paper is going to be very short, and you're going to have huge points deducted for that. So remember, single space on the content. So right now we're up to 1.5 pages. So we're at step 2. So the next part is going to be one full page. And in this next part, you're going to do a lot like you did in your journal entries, except you're going to be using 3 theories or concepts from either our online lectures or your textbook to analyze the relationship interaction that you just described to me. You're going to talk about why it works, why it fails to work, what's going on there in terms of what theories at play or what concepts at play. You can go ahead and read ahead in the text if you want to, or your online lessons. You don't have to wait for me to discuss the topic to use the theory or the concept. So just remember, though, that this is an exercise in theory and concept application. So be sure to actually apply the theory or the concept to the relationship interaction you discussed, okay? So tell me how the theory you selected explains the interaction that you presented to me. It's very important that you're very clear with that. No fluff, guys. And what I mean by that is don't add a bunch of padded information here. And that final page of this paper, I want full theory and concept application. You must also, this is very important to your formatting, you must also write the names of the theories or concepts in all caps and bold them when you discuss them in this last page of the paper. So the theories or the concepts, as you discuss them, will be in bold and in all caps. At a glance, I should be able to see the names of the theories and the concepts you're applying. And you might be saying, well, why would I need to do that? Well, because I want to clearly see that you are pointing out what theories and concepts you're using so that I know that you understand what you're using and how you're applying it, okay? So write no more, no less than 1 page for this section. So real easy, right? You're going to have, of course, the title page, and you're going to have the first half page of your paper dedicated to telling me who the characters are you've chosen from this film or this television series, a brief history of their relationship, and anything else I need to know about them background-wise. You need exactly 1/2 page, no more, no less, for that section. The next full page will be dedicated to choosing that one interaction from the film or the television series and telling me about it, who said what, how they said it, and so on. This would be 1 full page, so we're up to 1.5 pages. And then lastly, you're going to choose 3 concepts or theories and apply them to what went on in this interaction. Okay, you're going to make sure that those theories or concepts are in all caps and bold, and you're going to really apply the theories and concepts actually explaining how they're present in this interaction. And that should be 1 full page. So as you can see, that's 2.5 pages for this paper. All right, so a few side notes. Make sure that you discuss with your group members exactly how you want to analyze the relationship and what theories you want to apply. Again, you need 3 theories or concepts. You must have a group leader. This has probably already been established if you've sent me an email telling me who your group is, who the group leader is, and what your group name is. But if you haven't done that, please do immediately, as this was due at the end of lesson 2. Now, with that being said, your group leader is only responsible for organizing and kind of not all the time, but they help to organize and facilitate the discussions. But it's not their sole responsibility to do this. They're not to complete the whole group project or all the tasks without the group. This is a group project, and each of you will receive individual grades and graded according to your participation and work in the group. No fluff in your paper. So I want theory application. Don't add fluff. Don't add more or less than the length that I've already discussed in each section. As with all assignments, writing errors will damage your grades, so make sure that you're working to edit your work carefully. This is a college level course, and I do expect college level writing. All assignments are accessed through the lessons area, and they're also submitted there. Please don't submit your assignments to me via email. The entire assignment should be 2.5 pages, not including your title page and reference page. And by 2.5 pages, I mean single-spaced, not double-spaced content. Excuse me. All right, so that is the project in itself, but there is a different component to the project that you also receive a grade on, and that's called the responsibility log. So I'm going to show you what the responsibility log looks like. Here it is. This is a sample responsibility log. This can actually be found in, if you click on, sorry, hold on just a moment. Let me go into your course real quick. If you click on papers and projects, and I know you can't really see this. In fact, I'll actually, nope, I can't. Yeah, I can. I am in your course right now, and I clicked on papers and projects, and then you'll click on responsibility log. I'm going to scoot this over so you can see. I'm going to click on responsibility log. And from here, it's going to give you all the details of the responsibility log. But as you can see right here, there's a blue hyperlink. And if you click that blue hyperlink, you're going to want to save that document to your computer. And this is the document that it pops up. Okay, so this is what you need. This one's already been filled out. Obviously, you're just going to erase the information that's there, and you're going to write in your own information. So you're going to put your name of your group here, names of all the group members. Each person in the group will fill out the responsibility log. Okay, so each one of you, not just one person in the group, each one of you is going to download that document off our course website, and you're going to fill it out based on your own thoughts on how you performed in the project. Okay. From there, you're going to send your responsibility log into the group leader. Everybody in the group is going to send their responsibility log into the group leader. The group leader is going to combine all the responsibility logs from each group member into one document. Okay. From there, the group leader will send out the responsibility log that's been combined to everyone else in the group, and if everybody's in agreement, you can all submit that identical responsibility log in the course. Now, if you don't agree with someone what they said about their own personal participation, you need to talk that out amongst your group members, and you need to come to a decision on that. I'm not a mediator in that, so it's up to you to work together to determine, what you think is fair in terms of how that person participated in the grade that they should personally receive. Okay. So as you can see here, though, this person that filled it out, we'll just say Nicole filled it out. And it says the first question, and so this is what you're going to see is right here. The first question, you're going to answer, what specific activities did you complete for this group assignment? And, you can just say, we did everything together. I said it was Nicole writing it. We'll say it was Fashawn. So we'll say Fashawn said, Nicole came to my house and together we watched the movie and took notes, and we also browsed the internet together to get ideas. Nicole chose 2 theories and I chose 1. Nicole wrote the paper freehanded and I edited and included what I felt should be in the paper too, and then we typed the paper and Nicole proofread it for any errors. Okay, and then the second question that you're going to address is, what grade do you think you should receive for your individual contribution? So Fashawn says that we both deserve an A all the way for doing everything together. So you're going to want to tell me what grade you think you deserve. So really, he shouldn't even be answering for Nicole here, but that's fine. So you would just say, I think I deserve an A, a B, a C, a D, whatever it is that you think you deserve because of whatever contribution that I did. Okay, so after you're done answering those 2 simple questions, everyone in the group is going to do that. You answer those 2 simple questions. Then you're going to then email your responsibility log into your group leader. Once the group leader receives everyone's individual responsibility log, that group leader is going to combine them into one document and then send them out to all the group members. And if everyone is in agreement with what each person said about themselves, then you're all going to save that combined document, and each one of you is going to submit it. Now you might say, well, if that document is identical and everybody on the team is submitting that document, then why does everyone on the team have to submit that document? Well, it's because when you submit it, I take that as your agreement that you agree with what's listed on the combined responsibility log. So that just says, I agree with what everybody said here, and so I'm submitting the responsibility log. It is a grade, so each person has to submit this, not just the group leader. So just to kind of recap on that, once you've submitted the group assignment, the group project, that paper that's 2.5 pages, not including the title page and the reference page, then you're going to complete that responsibility log. Guys, don't do that now. If you do it now, you don't know what the people's participation level was. You got to do it once the group project is wrapping up for you, before lesson 6 ends. So the purpose of the responsibility log is for me to identify the participation level of each student, because I'm not sitting beside you and I don't know who did what. So this guarantees there's no freeloaders that get really good grades on this assignment. The contribution level of each student will affect that individual student's grade. So if you've got somebody that did participate at all, it's going to show on the responsibility log, and that person might receive a failing grade when everyone else receives a great grade. All members of the group will answer those 2 questions that I just showed you. One member of the group which is the group leader, will collect the responses, the responsibility logs from each group member. They're going to paste them into one document, and then they're going to share that document with all the group members through the messages feature in the course. Please don't copy me on this. I don't need copies of it. Only include me on messages you need me and you have questions on. Otherwise, I just get flooded with messages, guys. So once that combined responsibility log is sent out and everybody's read through it on the team and they go on or in the group and they say, you know what, this looks good, then everyone will submit that combined identical responsibility log. And it just shows that you're in agreement on what it says and who contributed to what. So each student will submit the completed form to receive credit. This is how I know you all agree with the statements on the responsibility log. All forms should be exactly the same when you submit them. Submission of the form confirms that you agree with its contents. So the project and responsibility log are due no later than the final day of lesson 6. Okay, so go ahead and start working on it now that you have the details. You should have already informed me of your group, but if you haven't, you need to do so immediately. You cannot work individually unless I approve you to do so, and I very, very, very rarely approve you to do so in this course because this is interpersonal communication. I'd like you working together. Otherwise, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me and enjoy your week. Thank you.